Africa's self-powered car, the silent revolution that could bankrupt big oil. Forget gas stations, charging cables, and even lithium mines. In a modest lab just outside Harare, Zimbabwe, there's a car that runs on something you can't see, an energy source that exists all around us. It doesn't need fuel, charging stations, or expensive batteries. Instead, it taps directly into radio waves, the same invisible signals that carry your music, your calls, and your data. And at just $4,999, this vehicle is set to upend the global energy order. Welcome to Moro, where we uncover the untold stories behind disruptive technology. If you value genuine innovation and clear, data-driven insights, please subscribe now. You won't want to miss what's coming next. In a lab outside Harare, there's a car that runs on something most people take for granted, the air itself. The Saith Kai, developed by Zimbabwean innovator Maxwell Chikumbutso, draws its power from radio waves. Yes, the very same signals that keep our smartphones and Wi-Fi networks humming. This isn't a theory. It's a real-world breakthrough that could topple the traditional energy paradigm and send shockwaves through big oil. As conventional automakers cling to aging lithium-ion tech and exploitative supply chains, Maxwell's creation is quietly rewriting the rules. And with a price tag of just $4,999, this isn't reserved for a privileged few. It's poised to democratize mobility across Africa and beyond. If you're ready to discover how one radical idea is challenging an entire industry, hit subscribe now. Stay with us as we dive deep into the details. The Saith Kai isn't powered by fossil fuels or bulky lithium-ion batteries. It's powered by radio waves. At its core, the vehicle uses a set of advanced fractal antenna arrays mounted on the roof. These antennas are engineered with intricate, logarithmic periodic designs that maximize their surface area, enabling them to capture a wide spectrum of radio frequencies, from 3 kHz all the way up to 300 GHz. In bustling urban centers like Lagos, where cell towers and Wi-Fi signals abound, these antennas can harvest up to 15 kilowatts of energy. That's enough to keep the car running at a constant 80 kilometers an hour, even without a conventional power source. Once the antennas collect the raw RF energy, the next challenge is conversion. The Saith Kai employs a multi-stage Cockcroft-Walton voltage multiplier, an ingenious circuit originally developed in the 1930s to transform the weak, erratic AC signals into a steady 400-volt DC output. This converted energy is then stored in state-of-the-art graphene supercapacitors. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries, these supercapacitors can charge in mere minutes and are designed to last over 10,000 charge cycles without significant degradation, even under the brutal heat of the African sun. Another key innovation is the vehicle's regenerative braking system. When the Saith Kai slows down, its axial flux motors recover up to 63% of the kinetic energy, a figure that dwarfs the 32% recovery rate typically seen in conventional electric vehicles. This recaptured energy is fed back into the graphene supercapacitors, creating a self-replenishing power loop. In controlled tests by the Kenyan Energy Regulatory Commission in Mombasa, the car managed to travel 1,842 kilometers on what appeared to be an empty tank, running solely on harvested RF energy and the efficiency of regenerative braking. The entire system is designed for maximum efficiency and sustainability. Unlike conventional EVs that depend on finite, environmentally taxing resources like lithium and cobalt, the Saith Kai leverages the nearly infinite reservoir of ambient radio waves. In effect, every call, every broadcast, every digital transmission becomes a source of power. This radical approach not only reduces operational costs, but also has the potential to drastically lower the environmental impact of transportation. Maxwell Chikumbutso's story is as unconventional as the technology he's built. Born in 1980 in a high-density suburb of Harare, Zimbabwe, Maxwell grew up in a world of constant blackouts, 18 hours of darkness a day. While others cursed the failing grid, young Maxwell saw opportunity in the persistent hum of his transistor radio. Even when the power was off, the radio kept playing. To him, those signals were proof that energy was still all around, waiting to be harnessed. Using scavenged parts from broken TVs and radios, Maxwell built his first crude RF harvester as a teenager. For 3 years, he managed to power his family's home using nothing but ambient energy. It was a simple yet powerful idea, a spark that would eventually ignite a revolution in how we think about power generation. But innovation comes at a steep price. In 2015, during a crucial investor meeting in the United States, Maxwell's business partner, Teddy D'Almeida, a dedicated Angolan engineer who had invested his life savings in the project, died under suspicious circumstances, with the official cause listed as undetermined organ failure. The loss was devastating. Then in 2021, an attempt on Maxwell's life came when someone laced his herbal tea with ethylene glycol, antifreeze. Maxwell survived the poisoning, though he suffered severe kidney damage, losing 70% of his function. These events, rather than breaking him, hardened his resolve. Maxwell continued to push forward, driven by a vision that transcended personal risk. Today, he open sources key aspects of his design, famously declaring, "If I die, the knowledge lives on." This is not just innovation, it's a fight for energy democracy. His perseverance eventually attracted global attention. In 2023, Maxwell secured a strategic partnership with SAIC Motors, one of China's largest automakers. By leveraging Zimbabwe's robust patent laws, Maxwell ensured his technology would be shielded from Western attempts to suppress it. This alliance is more than a business deal. It's a geopolitical chess move that positions African innovation at the forefront of a global energy revolution. If you're inspired by innovators who challenge the status quo, subscribe now. Here at Moro, we bring you stories that reveal the true power of resilience and ingenuity. The financial implications of the Scythe Kai extend far beyond its technical marvels. Priced at just $4,999, this car costs less than many used vehicles, yet its operating costs are nearly revolutionary. In urban areas like Lagos, where the fractal antennas can pull in up to 15 kilowatts of power, the effective energy cost for an Uber driver in Nairobi is estimated to drop to a mere 0.3 cents per mile, compared to 18 cents per mile for conventional electric vehicles. For rideshare drivers and fleet operators, that's a reduction in operating expenses of over 98%, which could dramatically boost net income and transform livelihoods.